Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be decluttering my blushes, highlighters, and bronzers. You guys can see I have quite a bit here, so I'm going to get right to it, especially since I can actually talk about each product fairly long. So let's go ahead and go over to my makeup inventory and write down what we are starting with. If you guys have been following my progress, or if you haven't, I will leave the playlist to my decluttering videos down below if you guys want to follow along with me. So I have my makeup inventory here. So let's go ahead and find, blush, highlighters, and bronzers. So in 2015, I started with 28. I added 4, so I had 32 at one point, but I decluttered since then, but I didn't write that down. So I am starting actually with 20, and I'm actually just including eye palettes as one. I could probably open it up and count all of them, but this is just going to make it a little bit easier. For highlighters, I started with 7, added 2, but I actually got it back down to 7 again. So we're starting out with 7 today. And then for bronzers, I had 7, I added 4, so that made it 11, but we're actually starting with 7 again, so that's not so bad. We probably really need to work on blushes today, but I definitely want to work on all of them. I've been doing so well at decluttering and letting go all of the makeup that I'm not using, so I'm going to try and do that again with this. Blushes I know is going to be really hard for me because I just love looking at all of them, but I'm going to try and be pretty ruthless. So let's go ahead and start with bronzers. All right, I actually found this old palette. I had been like project panning and I didn't even like make a dent in it. This is from Laura Mercier. It is so old. It expired in 2015, but I of course held on to it as a makeup hoarder and like never finished this off. I'm definitely going to be tossing this guy. So technically I started out with 8 bronzers. These ones have like 2 blushes in it as well and some highlighters, but I really used it just for the bronzer, but it's so old, so that one's gonna be in the trash. I'm going to be really hard on these next bronzers because I personally would like to only have one. This one I got in like a giveaway a long time ago. It's really like a cute idea. It has a brush up top, which I suppose is good if you don't want to get a lot of product on, but I just never reached for this guy, so I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. You guys can see there is still a ton of stuff in there, so I'll see if a friend wants that guy. I also have this little mini Balm Desert bronzer or a blush. It is a little dark for me as a blush, but as a bronzer it's okay. It's just not my favorite. It doesn't really have that much color. I suppose I could use it like as an eyeshadow color, but I have so many eyeshadows, you guys know, so I'm gonna go ahead and gift that one as well. I also have this one here from Pixi. Again, this could be like a blush or a highlighter. Oh, you guys can see my expiration date here was 2015. So I don't think I'll be holding on to this guy, especially since you guys can see I really didn't even give this guy any love. And there is really no color payoff on there. I don't even know if you guys could see that anything came out. So that one's saying goodbye to as well. All right, now this Too Faced one, I think I might actually have this in one of like my eyeshadow palettes. I do really like it and it's nice to take on the go. It is expired though already, you guys can see, in 2015. It is medium deep. It is a little too dark for me, I think. I don't know. I guess that's not so bad actually. Let's put this one in the maybe pile. Even though it is expired, I feel like it can last a little bit longer. I don't know. 2015, that should just go. I'm just gonna get rid of it right now. All right, the next one here is the Hoola bronzer. And this is my very favorite one, and it's only just a mini. You guys can see there is like a big dent in there. This completely matches my skin tone. It's hard to see on here, but it is a little bit darker than all the other ones that I just showed you. Let me just layer it so you guys can see See that? Yeah, that is just so pretty. I love it. I will probably invest in getting a big one of this size, but I definitely will be holding on to this mini guy for now. All right, now I have 2 left, and I've only kept 1 so far, so that's great. This next one is from Tarte, and it is called Park Avenue Princess. I don't think I actually have this in any other palette. It is a gorgeous shade, actually. Pretty similar, I would say, to Hoola. I have not been using this because I've been using Hoola, so is that not like identical? I think that is like almost identical. So I am going to hold on to this, and maybe I won't have to repurchase another Hoola. That is perfect. All right, so I think I'm good on bronzers. I do have this one left, and I know I'm definitely not going to keep it. It is from Stila. It's a Stay All Day Beauty Balm. This one has an SPF of 50, so it's most likely expired, yeah, in 2016. But let's go ahead and just swatch this for you guys. The main reason that I'm actually going to be getting rid of this, because, well, first of all, I don't like these cream products, and then second is it is so dark that it looks really muddy on my cheeks. Oh my gosh, guys, just imagine what it looks like. I mean, you can see what it looks like on my hand, and imagine that on my face. So this one's definitely going in the trash. Let's go ahead and go over the highlighters next, since I have so few of these in comparison to my blushes. All right, so I have 3 of these like Cella ivory lace crayons. I have 2 of like brand new ones here because I was gifted to them a long time ago, but I never actually finished this one. You guys can see there is so much of this left. I actually used this just for my waterline. The last year or 2 I've actually been only using like black or nothing at all for my waterline, so I really haven't used this. This is also very good to use like underneath the brow bone as well, just to give it a little bit more pop under the brow. It is very pretty for that, so I may actually hold on to one of these. This one is actually expired, so this one I opened up in 2013 and it expired in 2015, so this one's definitely going to go into the trash. Now I have 2 brand new ones here, so I think I will hold on to one myself and then put this in a gift pile for you guys. I have been holding on to brand new makeup for you guys, so when I do finish this all, I will do a giveaway with that. So I think I'll hold on to this one guy. Now the next one here is called What's Up from Benefit. I actually had a few of these, and it's a cream highlighter, so it does go bad faster. This one, you guys, I don't even think you can see that, expired in 2015. I did do a project pan of one of these, and it was so hard to go through the product. I don't use highlighter that often, as not as much as I should. It is gorgeous, but it definitely doesn't go on as smooth as it once did. But yeah, that is very pretty, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and toss this because it is expired. I'm really trying to get rid of the expired makeup and go through the makeup that I have that isn't expired. So this one is from Borghese. It's called Splendor, and it is the brightening makeup. This one again is expired 2016, not as bad as the Benefit one, but guys, I mean, this thing is like crazy full. I think I've used this a couple times. Oh, and that's why. I don't like to open this up and put on my hand because it comes out, I mean, the tube here, it needs to be a lot smaller of a hole there because it just comes out like foundation would, and this is like really creamy. I mean, gosh, that is like way too much. Holy mazzoli. So I suppose if you put like a little dab, it may be okay, but oh my gosh, that is just way too much. Definitely going to get rid of that guy. Alright, so that leaves me with these 2 guys here. Now, I think I got this one in a glossy box. It looks like the glossy box logo. It is the highlighter in cashmere. Again, this one is also expired. It's not surprising, like I said, I don't use highlighters that often. It definitely looks like I have used this a couple of times at least, though. I mean, you really, highlighters go a long way. You really don't need all that much. So, I don't know. That one's actually kind of pretty. I don't like the fact that it is in like a little jar like this because you have to dip your finger in there. So that's a possibility even though it's expired. Let's see what this e.l.f. highlighter brings us. So this one is a baked highlighter. This one's also expired. I suppose, yeah, this one's actually newer. So I possibly will hold on to that one since, like I said, I have not held on to any of them. But let's go ahead and give this guy a swatch. Since it is a baked highlighter, it's definitely not going to be as shiny, and that is very pink. You guys can see the pinking like coming through there. So let's go ahead and get rid of this guy since this one's a little bit newer. So it looks like, yeah, just the highlighter crayon here and this one here that I'm going to hold on to. So I'm very happy with those two. All right, now moving on to blushes. I do have this large blush palette here. This one is from Coastal Scents. There's no expiration date on here. That doesn't mean it's not expired. It just means that I definitely forgot to put it on here because I technically like put them on everything. All right, so you guys can see this one has quite a few blushes. I do like this palette. I like the like assortment of it. I definitely don't use any of these bright shades in here, but I do like these three over here. I think that those are my favorite, and actually I do put on a couple of these like at the back of my cheekbone just to make it a little bit darker there. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to this guy for now. I mean, it's definitely not something that I would be able to take along with me, but I do like to reach for this every now and then. So I'm gonna put that one up here. All right, now here's the rest of my blushes. I thought I would give you guys a look so you guys can see them all out here and see what I'm working with. Why don't we go ahead and start with these cream products here. This one is from Trestique and it's called Bora Bora Coral. I'm not a huge fan of cream products, so I don't think I'll be keeping any of these guys. It is a very pretty shade though. Let's go ahead and swatch this one here. Yeah, I mean, it is so pretty, but I definitely have not used it. It's like brand new. That may have been the first time that I swatched it. Unfortunately, I just didn't even think about it till this very moment, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along. I can sanitize it and gift that to a friend. The next one here is from Tarte and it's called Exposed. I also had this in a project pan that I hoarded, didn't finish, and didn't want to get rid of, and it has expired. So 2015, this was like a push-up product. Let's show you guys how much is still in here. I mean, what a waste, huh? So bye-bye. All right, now one of my favorites actually is this one from The Balm, and it is in the shade Argyle. It is so pretty. It's like this beautiful pink color here, which is perfect for my skin tone since I am very fair. Yeah. Is that just not so pretty? I don't like it to be too dark or too bright because I'm so fair. I don't want to look like a clown or anything, and I am heavy-handed, so I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this guy. Now let's move on to my e.l.f. blushes. These I think I've had the longest. Yeah, these are both expired in 2015. I will go ahead and swatch them for you though. This one is in the shade Twinkle Pink. I did use actually quite a bit even though it doesn't look like it in the palette here, but I'll show you that. Yeah, that one's more of like a blush tone where that one is more of like a Barbie pink color. So it's hard to see, but it is very pretty. I do love it. Unfortunately, it is expired, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass that along since I have so many other blushes that I need to give some love to. It's not like great to hold on to expired products that I just want to finish. So this one actually is a duo, so a blush and a bronzer, and this one is in St. Lucia. I totally recommend both of these products. Like I said, this one is already expired, but I'll go ahead and swatch this guy. Let's swatch it right next to other guys. So you can see that one does have a little bit more color, but I would say it's actually more of a natural color than like blush pink, a blush or a Barbie pink shade. It is very pretty. I didn't ever really use the bronzer. I mean, I did for a while until I found some that I really enjoyed a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss that guy, unfortunately. Now, speaking of bright colors, this one here from Hikari is so dark. This one is in Tango, so you really don't need that much on the brush. I like when I was using it, I literally would like lightly dip the brush in here because you could get a lot of product on here. It is so nice and silky, guys. Oh, let me show you how dark this is. Like, look at that. You have to be super, super light-handed for this. It is so gosh darn pretty, but it is way too dark for me. Even when I am light-handed, I'm like, oh, I'm trying to take it off or fix it. So I'm gonna gift that guy. I know that there are a few of my friends that would really love this color. Now I also have these two mini guys from Lancome. This one says 3/16 and this one does not have a date on it. Let's go ahead and open up this guy. I'm not sure if it has a name. Does it say? This one is actually Shimmer Mocha Havana. Oh, so it almost looks like a bronzer. Has like a subtle like caramel chocolatey color to it. Let's swatch it next to this crazy guy. Oh, that was not much color coming through. I'm gonna go ahead and pass that guy along. I don't see myself using it even as a blush or a bronzer. Possibly like a shimmer highlighter, but no. We'll go ahead and give that guy away or toss it since it is a little bit old. This one is in the shade Rose Fresque, I think it is. Frisky. Oh, that is a beautiful color. Unfortunately, I have not really used this much because I have been using my other ones. It's a nice silky consistency. Let's see, I think I already swatched there. Ooh, that is super light and actually has like some really nice color to it. Let's go ahead and keep this guy off to the side. I feel like these cargo blushes might be similar to that, so maybe we'll compare those guys. All right, I think that this guy is the one that will look similar to this. It is called the Big Easy. Now, the thing with these cargo packaging, they look so adorable, but when I'm trying to put my blush on, I have a hard time opening these guys up. So you guys can see, let's just take a look and see what it actually looks like. This one has a little bit more of a coral pink shade to it. Oh, it's so nice and silky. Yeah, I mean, they are similar. I think I'll go ahead and hold on to this guy since it is a bigger, like blush size. So I definitely will be able to use it a little bit more. I do like this shade, but I can see myself like it getting lost in my makeup collection. So I'll go ahead and gift that guy. Now this other one I think is a coral color, Los Cabos. So again, so hard to get this guy open. Now this one has a shimmer to it as well. Oh, that's so silky soft. Let's just do it right here. Oh my gosh, guys, that is so pretty. I think I'm gonna have to hold on to this guy as well. It is just so gorgeous. All right, we'll go ahead and keep that guy. All right, now I know I'm going to keep all of these Tarte minis. I reach for these ones probably out of all of my collection. I got these a long time ago. I didn't put the date on here. I'm pretty sure they're expired, but I'm actually going to make an exception for these since I do use these for all the time. This one is in Prim. Let's go ahead and swatch all of these guys for you. Even though I am going to keep them, you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and just swatch it on the inside of my hand here. So that one is Prim, very pretty. This one is one of my favorites. It is so gorgeous. This one is in the shade Classic. This one is a little bit brighter. You guys can see it has that coral shade that I like. Yeah, so pretty. I usually put this on a lot lighter, but I'm just showing you guys a darker shade for you guys here. And then the last one here is Daydream, and this one's probably the lightest of all of the shades. I think I haven't used my pinky, so we'll go ahead and use that guy. Can't get a nice swatch with a pinky, but you guys can see what I mean. Very pretty. Yeah, I love all of these, keeping them. All right, down to the last 5. These 2 shades look fairly identical. This one is called So Susan. It's a universal blush. This one I got in a glossy box, and it's called Glossy Rosewood. I'm tempted to keep one of them. Let's go ahead and swatch them both and see how they feel. This one actually feels like it would be more of like an eyeshadow color. It even feels like it on there. I really didn't see that much color, did you guys? This one is, let's see. Oh, that is a little bit nicer. Ooh, that one has a lot of shimmer to it. Oh, that almost feels like that would be a highlighter, right? I don't know about a blush. So I actually am gonna go ahead and pass both of those guys along. I feel like maybe I will have something similar to that in the Coastal Scents eyeshadow palette. All right, so then down to the last 3 here. These are similar shades as well. So let's go ahead and swatch all 3 of these. This one is from Laura Geller. It is a baked blush in the Tropic Hues. This one is so tough to get open. Isn't that pretty? I love the marble. Let's go ahead and swatch this guy. That one also has a little bit of shimmer to it. It is very pretty. It's coming off a little bit more shimmery on my finger. That's a maybe. This one is a Be Matte blush. Now, this one is super bright, and I have to be very light-handed with it. It's called Fresh Melon, and you guys can see it expired in 2015. I feel like I might have gotten this like in a Birchbox or an Ipsy. Look at that, guys. I mean, it is so pretty, and that's that like Barbie pink shade. It's gorgeous. It's actually a lot lighter when you put it on the cheeks. I used this several times, even though it doesn't look like it. I'm tempted to keep it because it actually looks very pretty on my hand, but no, I already have some really nice like blush shades that I've kept, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass those guys along. And then let's see, this one's expired as well. It's so pretty. It's by Model Co, and it's Peach Bellini. Now let's go ahead and swatch this shade for you. Ooh, so nice and silky, guys. But I have a couple shades that I already kept this nice coral color. I mean, it is so gorgeous, but I definitely have to let go of this guy. I know that I have a ton of the shades that I have passed along in this guy that I need to actually start using up. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I got left. All right, guys, I think that this might be my biggest declutter yet, and it's very surprising to me because I do love my blushes, but I mean, I just had no choice but to let go of that many because honestly, I don't think I've ever finished a blush off. So this is way more than I can even use. So let's go ahead and show you all of the makeup that I'm going to be giving away. Oh my gosh, look at all of that. That is great. And then I will pull this one guy out of here because I'll be doing a giveaway with that with the other unused makeup. So let's go ahead and pull out our inventory sheet and see what we got left. Okay, so we started out with 20 blushes, and now I have 8 blushes. Oh my gosh, guys, I was not even expecting that. I definitely thought I was going to hold on to a lot more than I did. For highlighters, I got rid of 5 and I was left with 2, which is my perfect magic number. I love to have just 2 of everything, but you know, that's going to take a bit. Bronzers, I had 7, and again, I reached my magic number of 2. So I am so thrilled with this decluttering. I had no idea when I went into it that I was going to do that well. So I hope you guys are enjoying these decluttering videos. I do have a bunch more still in the works. If you guys want to see other decluttering videos other than just makeup, let me know down below. I hope that this inspired you to go through your makeup, only keep what you love, and give away or throw away the ones that you don't. So if you're enjoying these videos, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!